The purpose of this video is to show you how the Schoology chemistry course is set up and also to go over what you should be doing every day. So here I am signed into the chemistry Schoology course, and the first thing that you should do when you come in to the Schoology course is you should do this right at the beginning of the period, is you should go into the spreadsheet and go to your block and find your name and put a P in. Put a P in on the date that you are there in class. And you need to do this every single day because you have class every day unless you're sick. Then after you get your attendance done, you do have to type in your letter and then hit return. So if you put a P in and you never hit return, then it will never show up on my end. So you have to put your P in and then you have to hit return and then you have to get right out of there. So after you do that, you go back to the course, and the next thing you do every single day is you go check the daily agenda because that has your directions for what you need to do each day. So today would have been an A day, so you would have been in class. So down at the bottom it says for Group A, follow the Group A in-class agenda. Remote students must zoom into class to participate in discussion. So I am requiring remote students to zoom in right now because most of them are not doing well. And so I think that by connecting to the Zoom every day to get your questions answered, that will help you to better understand how the course is organized and what my expectations are. So I would like you to zoom in every A day, every Group A, so that you have a chance to ask questions and hear my directions, and then you can ask me about the agenda. So basically, you read the agenda and you follow it, and there are some assignments and links that are right in as part of the agenda, like this Is It Matter activity. And some of them you do in your chemistry notebook. That's what CN stands for. And then you often are asked to take pictures of your chemistry notebook and submit your work that way. So for example, in this check-in, you need to take pictures of your notes that you took when you watched the video and then submit them through Schoology. So how do you know where to submit your work? Well, this is all, we are working in Learning Target 1 right now in the Unit 1. So you go to the Unit 1 folder and then you open up the Learning Target 1 folder and all the links to all your assignments are there. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and look for this CN, this chemistry notebook reflection in the folder. So as a student, I would go back to my materials page or my home page. We've already completed this unit, so we are in this unit right here, and we are in Learning Target 1, and I can see the 50/50 lab, and then I can see here that I need to submit my notes for Learning Target 1 for the Out of Thin Air video. And I can see that Ms. Drummond has forgotten to put the link to attach your reflection. So I'm just going to use this Out of Thin Air scientist notes. So students had to watch this video today that was on the agenda, and then they needed to submit their notes. So I'm going to click on it. So here I am as a student, and I have the directions again for the assignment. Watch the video Out of Thin Air, use this outline template as a guide to set up your notes. So, and then you set up your notes in your chemistry notebook and then take pictures of your notes and submit them here for feedback. So if you are a student, instead of this submissions block over here, you have a submit work button or you have a submit assignment button. And when you click on that, you get a box that comes up and you can attach your pictures to it and then submit them. So that's how you submit your work. You go find the folder that you need to put your work in. In this case, we're working on Learning Target 1, so all of the assignments are in the Learning Target 1 folder. And then you take pictures of your work. You can take a picture with photo booth on the computer, or you could take a picture with your phone and airdrop it to your computer, and then you can attach your pictures when you hit the submit button over here. Every single time you have an assignment, you need to hit the submit button in order for it to come through to me in Schoology so I can grade it. So an example would be back here in this first introductory unit that we did during the first 3 weeks of school. So one thing that we did was I had students do an investigation. So they had to design their own investigation. So here's the assignment and the directions are in here. So right here is the directions for how to set up the investigation in your chemistry notebook. So you'd be writing that into your chemistry notebook. And then the assignment, for you as a student, you would have a My Document button up here, and you would click on that, and that would create a document in your Google Drive where you can put pictures of your work. So for example, this document right here is in the student's Google Drive. It's in her Shared with Me. As soon as she hit the My Document button, that document popped into her Google Drive, and she can open it up. She can hit the open button and open it up, and then she can drag pictures into her Google document, and then she can go up top here and there's a submit button, and she can hit the submit work button, and then it shows up in my submissions area over here, and I know that it's time to grade it. So every time you have an assignment, you're going to need to take pictures of it and hit a submit button, whether it's in Google Drive or if you just go to a folder. I'm going to just go back to this folder and open up Learning Target 1 that we're working on right now. And any of these assignments, like this one, video lesson and notes, there's always a submit button over here to take a picture of your work and submit it. Okay. Once your work is submitted, it goes into the gradebook in Schoology, and then I can see it. I can see the number going into Schoology, and what I need to do to get it to go into PowerSchool is to come down here and hit the sync button with PowerSchool. So your grades go into PowerSchool once in a while, like once a day, but your gradebook in Schoology is the best place for you to look at your grades, okay? In Schoology, when I enter your grades, I also enter feedback, and I put comments, and those comments don't always carry over into PowerSchool, so it's very important that you check your Schoology gradebook, especially after you've submitted an assignment, okay? So right now in this course, in this chemistry course, we have already finished this unit right here. So you will need to go into each folder and make sure that you've done the assignments that are in there and that you have submitted them. And also, if you don't have your chemistry notebook set up, there's a video here that shows you how to set it up. And then all of the materials that you need, like the handouts that you need in your chemistry notebook, are right here so you can print them out. And if you don't have a printer and can't print them out, you just need to send me a message on Schoology and I can send you those materials through the mail, okay? Once you finish with all of the assignments in here and you've submitted them, you need to move on and start Unit 1. So you have the pre-assessment test to do, and then the pre-assessment exit slip, the KW pre-assessment brainstorm, and then you can start working on your Learning Target 1 work, okay? Some things to know. Right here, you always have a link to the vocab that you need to know for each learning target. And sometimes when you have a lesson or assignment that looks like this with the little brown diamond here, this is a CK12 lesson. So this also has a way that you need to submit it. So it takes a little while to load CK12 through Schoology, but it will work. And basically CK12 is an online textbook with videos and information in it. Yeah, it has a toolbar here, so you can use the toolbar as you're reading if you need to use any of these tools. But also it has, as you're reading, there's a highlighter here. You can highlight information, which is helpful. If there's important information that you want to highlight here, then that helps you focus on it when you write it down in your chemistry notebook as part of your notes. You can also add a note to yourself, like important fact to write down. So then you can go back to this highlighted information and you can write it into your chemistry notebook so you have it as your notes to refer to. There are videos here to help you understand the reading and show you what things mean. And when you get done with a CK12 reading assignment and you have your notes, you do the practice assignments. So the practice is like a little practice quiz that you do. And you can look at your notes. It's just a way to review your notes. So it's a little quiz question. And you do a few of these. And then once you're done in the CK12 quiz, you could stop or you can continue through and answer all 10 questions. But in order to submit your assignment for a grade, there's a yellow turn-in button and it's covered up with your score here. So anytime you do a CK12 assignment, you need to X out your score, and underneath it there will be a yellow turn-in button that you need to hit. And your score on your practice will come through to me in Schoology, and I can make sure that it goes into your grade. So the long and short of entering assignments is no matter what kind of an assignment it is, you have to look for the submit button or the turn-in button, and if you can't find it, you need to let me know, okay? Over here are all of your reminders. So you do have your calendar with your daily agenda on it, but you can click on this little calendar icon and you can go back and look at any daily agenda and find out, okay, I was absent on this day, so this is what I need to do to catch up, okay? If you have to catch up really fast, like I know you've missed some assignments in these folders, you don't have to worry about checking what day we did it. You can just go into the folder and do the assignment and then submit it. And if you feel like you don't know how to submit it, you just need to send me a message on Schoology. So the other thing you should know, and this is our Zoom link right here. So anytime that you have a question, you can pop into the Zoom and you can ask me a question in the chat box, or you can just ask me a question out loud. I have a little dinger that goes off whenever a student enters the Zoom, so even if I'm somewhere else, like across the room, I can hear it and I know that I need to come answer your question. So even though you're not in class, you have a way of asking me questions and getting immediate answers, okay? So that is it. I'm going to send you a link to this video so you can watch it, and then let me know if you have any questions, and I encourage you to get started on making up your work as soon as possible.